You already have the answers within you. Everything you need, wisdom, clarity, strength, is already inside you. But do you trust yourself enough to listen? Most people have been taught to seek answers outside of themselves. They wait for advice, they hesitate, they second-guess their choices. They think someone else knows better. But the truth is, no one knows your path better than you do. Think about a time when you just knew something in your heart. Maybe it was a decision that didn't make sense to others, but it felt right for you. Maybe it was a moment when you sensed something wasn't right, and later you realized you were correct. That was your inner knowing. That quiet, steady voice inside you has been guiding you your whole life. Yet many people ignore it. They doubt themselves. They let fear, logic, or the opinions of others drown out that voice. They ask, what if I'm wrong? What if I make a mistake? But here's something to remember. Your inner wisdom does not come from fear. It comes from truth. It comes from deep within your soul. Self-trust is not about always being right. It is about knowing that no matter what happens, you can handle it. It is about believing that even if things don't go as planned, you will learn, grow, and find your way. Trusting yourself does not mean you will never feel doubt again. Doubt is part of the human experience. But self-trust allows you to move forward despite the doubt. It allows you to hear your own voice clearly, even when the world is noisy. You do not need permission to trust yourself. You do not need to wait for proof. The proof is already within you. It has always been there. Without self-trust, life feels like a constant battle. You hesitate, you overthink, you seek approval. You let fear stop you from making decisions. When you don't trust yourself, you feel disconnected from your own life. You may have everything you thought you wanted, money, relationships, success, but still feel lost. That is because true peace does not come from outside things. It comes from the deep confidence that you are walking the right path for you. Imagine two people facing the same challenge. One person trusts themselves. They make a decision and move forward with confidence. Even if it doesn't go perfectly, they adjust and keep going. The other person is filled with self-doubt. They hesitate, they second-guess, they look for validation. In the end, they are stuck, paralyzed by fear of making the wrong choice. Which life do you want to live? The one where you trust yourself and move forward? Or the one where fear keeps you trapped in the same place? Without self-trust, you will always need someone else's opinion. You will always feel uncertain. You will live life trying to please others instead of following your own heart. But when you cultivate deep self-trust, everything changes. Suddenly, decisions become easier. You stop waiting for approval. You move with confidence. You understand that you are always being guided, even in the moments when you don't have all the answers. Self-trust does not mean you will never face difficulties, but it means you will no longer fear them, because you will know, deep in your heart, that you are capable, that you are strong, that you will always find a way. If you struggle with self-trust, know that you are not alone. Most people have been conditioned to doubt themselves. But the good news is, you can change that. You can train yourself to trust your own wisdom. It starts with small steps, and it begins right now. Your inner knowing is always speaking to you. but it does not shout. It whispers. It is steady, calm, and loving. Most people mistake their inner knowing for fear or doubt. They confuse their intuition with their anxious thoughts. But the truth is, your real inner guidance does not create panic. It does not rush you. It does not pressure you. Fear is loud. Fear tells you that you must make the perfect choice. Fear makes you anxious, uncertain, hesitant. Inner knowing is different. It is a deep feeling of certainty, even when things are uncertain. It is a quiet whisper that says, "This is right for you." It is the peaceful realization that something just feels true. So how do you recognize it? Start by noticing how your body feels. When you think about a decision, does your body feel tense and fearful? That may be anxiety. But if you feel a sense of relief, of quiet certainty, that is your inner knowing speaking to you. Your inner knowing may not always come as words. Sometimes it comes as a feeling, a deep sense of yes or no. It may come as a sudden realization, a dream, a gut feeling, a deep peace. The key is to listen. Take a moment right now. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what do I know to be true in this moment? The answer may not come in words, but if you listen closely, you will feel it. It is there. It has always been there. You do not have to force it. You do not have to overanalyze. Your inner knowing is not something you need to create. It is already within you. All you need to do is trust it. One of the simplest ways to recognize your inner knowing is to stop seeking external validation. The more you rely on others to tell you what is right, the more you weaken your own trust. Start small. Make small decisions without asking anyone else. Choose what feels right for you. Self-trust is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And with time, you will realize something powerful. You have always known the way. Self-trust is not built in a single moment. It grows through daily choices, small decisions that reinforce the belief that you can rely on yourself. Every time you listen to your inner knowing and act on it, you strengthen your self-trust. Many people believe they need to feel confident before they can trust themselves. But confidence is not what comes first. Action comes first. Confidence grows because you take action. Think of self-trust like a relationship. If someone constantly broke their promises to you, would you trust them? Trust is built through consistency. The same is true with yourself. When you ignore your intuition, when you second-guess yourself, when you dismiss your feelings, you weaken the trust you have in yourself. But when you honor your decisions, no matter how small, you send a message to yourself that your inner voice matters. Start by making small decisions and following through. Choose what to eat without overthinking. Decide what task to do first in your day without seeking approval. Pick a direction and walk with confidence. These may seem insignificant, but they are powerful. Every choice you make without hesitation strengthens your self-trust. Each morning, take a deep breath. Place your hand on your heart and say, "I trust myself. Life supports me." Let this become a daily practice. Let it remind you that you are capable. You do not need permission to trust yourself. You do not need guarantees. You simply need to take the next step. Trust is built through action. And with every action, self-trust becomes stronger. Many people struggle with self-trust because they fear making the wrong decision. They believe that if they choose incorrectly, everything will fall apart. They wait for certainty. They want guarantees. But life does not work that way. There is no perfect choice, only choices that lead to growth. Every decision teaches you something. Even when things do not go as planned, you gain wisdom, experience, and strength. Fear tells you that a wrong choice will ruin everything. But your inner knowing reminds you that no matter what happens, you will be okay. The truth is, even when you make a choice that does not work out, you can adjust, you can learn, you can choose again. Think about the choices you have made in the past. Even the ones that did not go as planned led you to where you are today. You survived, you learned, you grew. You are wiser because of them. Instead of fearing the wrong choice, shift your mindset. Every decision is a step forward. Every choice leads to learning and growth. You are always being guided, even when the path is unclear. Trust that even if you cannot see the full picture, life is unfolding exactly as it should. You are not being tested. You are being guided. Repeat this to yourself. I make decisions with ease and confidence. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Let go of the fear of perfection. There is no single path you must follow. There are many paths, and they all lead to where you need to be. You are allowed to choose. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to trust yourself. The world is full of opinions. Everyone has something to say about what you should do, how you should live, and what choices are best for you. But when you listen to too many voices, you lose the ability to hear your own. External noise weakens self-trust. When you constantly seek advice or approval, you send a message to yourself that your inner wisdom is not enough. But the truth is, no one else can live your life for you. No one else has your exact experiences, feelings, or inner knowing. There will always be people who question your choices. There will always be voices that try to sway you. But their opinions are not your truth. Their fears are not your fears. Their doubts are not your doubts. The more you listen to external voices, the harder it becomes to hear your own. So take time each day to be still. Turn inward. Disconnect from the noise. You do not need to explain yourself to others. You do not need to justify your decisions. Trust that you already know what is right for you. Practice this simple affirmation. I am centered in my truth. I trust what feels right for me. Trust does not come from outside. It comes from within. And when you tune out the noise, you will hear something powerful, your own voice, strong and clear. Trusting yourself is not just about making decisions. It is about trusting life itself. When you doubt yourself, you often doubt life, believing that things will go wrong, that you will fail, or that you need to control every little detail. But life does not work that way. Think about the natural world. The sun rises without hesitation. The seasons change without being forced. A seed does not question whether it will grow into a tree. It simply does. Life has a natural flow, and when you trust yourself, you also learn to trust that flow. Many people hold on tightly to plans and expectations, fearing that if things do not go their way, something is wrong. But what if everything is unfolding exactly as it should? What if even the detours and delays are part of a greater plan? Trusting life does not mean everything will always be easy. It means you believe that even in uncertainty, you are being guided. It means knowing that challenges are not punishments, but opportunities to grow. It means understanding that what is meant for you will always find its way to you. When you release control, life surprises you in beautiful ways. Doors open where you thought there were none. The right people enter your life at the right time. Solutions appear when you need them most. Say this to yourself: I trust the process of life. Life loves me, and I am always supported. Let go of the need to control every step. Relax into the flow of life. Know that you are exactly where you need to be. Everything in life begins with trust. Trusting yourself. Trusting your inner knowing. Trusting that life is always working in your favor. You do not need permission to trust yourself. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. Your inner wisdom has always been with you. It has never left. The more you listen, the stronger it becomes. Self-trust is not about being perfect. It is not about knowing everything in advance. It is about believing that no matter what happens, you are capable. It is about choosing yourself again and again, even when doubt creeps in. Right now, in this very moment, choose to trust yourself. Choose to trust life. Take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and say, I trust myself. I trust life. Everything is unfolding perfectly for me. Trust is a practice. Start small. Make a decision without overthinking. Follow what feels right. With every step, self-trust will grow stronger. You are wise. You are capable. You already have the answers inside you. Now, go forward with confidence, knowing that life is always guiding you toward your highest good.